Yo, what it do, YouTube? It is your boy ColtsTalk. We're back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about should Matt Ryan retire? By the looks of this, of course, the obvious answer is yes. I mean, you would want to go off this way. I mean, it's kind of bad to see how he goes out this way, but I mean, it's unfortunate. Most people say he should have retired maybe a year ago um, when it really started happening. But personally, I feel like, I still feel like he was scapegoated in the situation with the Colts. Like I said, he tried the best he can. He wasn't perfect, but the Colts wasn't helping his situation either. I mean, you can say that for a lot of players on Indianapolis. You know, the Matt Pryors of the world that switches positions. I mean, just to be honest, man, it's tough in Indy. It really is right now. To be a Colts fan, you got to have some type of willpower because you're gonna go through the ringer as a Colts fan. I mean that's just reality right now. Of course, we're still trying to get a draft pick to get a QB in the future because we still don't have that right now. They're putting their trust in Sam Ellinger to lead the way for the rest of the year, and the offense could reach new heights. Maybe this debut game against Washington can show something, and can have some type of promise. They do say he brings the energy that they're looking for. He's young, he's talented, he's mobile. They have all these praises for him, but the real question is he has to go out there and perform, and will he do that? For Matt Ryan this season, it's been rough. A lot of interceptions, a lot of fumbles, a lot of sacks. Took a toll on his body, and you can see it in the last two games. The arm strength wasn't all the way there. His throwing motion was out of pocket. He was just seeing ghost. I mentioned this a long time ago. Matt Ryan was just seeing ghost out there. He had a few flashes, a few decent games, but in general, he just wasn't all the way there. Like I said, he came here for the opportunity to start again. To redeem himself after his last year in Atlanta. He was just out there. Like I said, the Colts didn't do him justice. We got all this money invested in offensive line, and they just did not do what they were supposed to do. And it's unfortunate for Matt Ryan to have that done to him, to get benched for the rest of the year, and to have the third string become the starter and Nick Foles be the official backup. So I mean, it's only telling to eventually to see what they're going to do with Matt Ryan. I wouldn't trade him with the contract that he has. Like I said, it'd be best for Matt Ryan to retire and just take his money and leave. In my opinion. And to be honest, it's just a weird situation because the Colts all offseason was talking about how Matt Ryan can play 2 or 3 more years, and now they have a meeting overnight after the loss against Tennessee, and they just admit to being done with him and naming Sam Ellinger the starter. It's just kind of crazy to think about that because I feel like the Colts don't know what direction they want to go. Like they still want to be competitive. The division is still winnable, but at the same time they need a quarterback. So it's like, what direction are you going to? Maybe this experiment is going to solve what you want to do in the later future. We have 8 games left, so I guess they're going to let this nature run its course, and whatever happens, happens. Let it be it. Let the young guy go out there, get his snaps in. He knows the offense, he knows the talent around him, and we never really seen how good Sam Ellinger could be with the ones. I mean, in preseason, he runs with the 2s and the 3s, maybe the 4s, guys that won't even make the roster. But him actually running with the starters could be a difference maker. Like Matt Ryan was out there with the starters. I mean, he wasn't the best, but you've seen the light in certain talent. I mean, he shined the light on Alec Pierce, shined the light on Michael Pittman Jr. getting involved. Callie Granson got involved in a few plays. Mo Ali Cox, he was there eventually. Jelani Woods was out there, but maybe he just didn't fit the system. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe Matt Ryan just didn't fit the system. He had his moments in key games, in certain games where he would go out there and shine. All these games was winnable. That's another thing that we're missing. Like all these games with Matt Ryan was winnable, and he was not the biggest issue in these games. Like I said, the offensive line did not show up all year. The run game was invisible. That could have helped Matt Ryan in his throwing game because if we had these things, we would not be having this conversation right now. It's pretty simple. Like I said, if the offensive line showed up, that would have took off the passing attempts from Matt Ryan. In totality, the last 3 games, I think Matt Ryan threw over like 90 passes. At 37 years old, that's going to take a toll. Plus, you're getting rammed. You're getting hit almost every play. And it's going to do damage. And I said I would not be shocked if Matt Ryan retires tomorrow after this poor performance from the offensive line. Did not do him any justice. And I also stated, it's kind of crazy how the Colts was the first ones to bench Matt Ryan, but not do anything at the right guard position. The offensive line is the biggest problem right now. And you seem to switch quarterbacks before addressing the offensive line. I find that kind of crazy because in totality, I do not think the offensive line will help Sam Ellinger in the long run. I just don't. The offensive line is probably one of the worst in the league. Of course, he's mobile, but mobility is only going to get you so far. And you're going to get gassed. You're going to start seeing too much pressure. Of course, most people think he's good with pressure, but all year it's not going to work out. You got to have some type of protection to get the passes off, or else we're going to be looking at the same issue with a different quarterback. And maybe it might be even worse. So, like I said, they should have addressed the bigger issues before addressing the quarterback scenario. And this is their mistake to begin with anyway, because nobody told them to go out there and get Matt Ryan. Nobody told them to go out there and get Carson Wentz. Both of these moves are on the Colts. They both were last minute at the end of the buzzer when they could have did something way before the offseason started, even in the season, like mid-season, mid-offseason, before the draft, during the draft. They could have traded up. They could have did all of these things to fix their QB issue when they had the time. But they wait towards week 8 of the NFL season when it's the most important week in the NFL to turn around and actually figure out what direction you're going. Now you make the move at QB. Like I said, I don't like it, but I do like the move with Sam Ellinger. He's young. He has talent, and now it's out there to go show the world what you're going to do. We've seen all these other QBs get a chance in the NFL while Sam Ellinger was just riding the bench, holding the clipboard for 2 seasons. Now it's his absolute chance to step up. I'm happy for him. I'm going to be excited to see what he can do. But like I said, for Matt Ryan's situation is just totally unfortunate. The Colts should have managed that a little bit better, in my opinion. Actually, should have got him some help to begin with, because the help he has now, all that money invested, is not worth it. They knew this issue after week 3, and they still didn't make the changes. They rotated pieces they rotated players on the offensive line that don't play that role. And it just made it worse. It wasn't changing anything. So they should have addressed that before benching the quarterback. And like I said, the offense wasn't moving anything. No matter who's back there, the offense of play calling was terrible. Like I said, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens with the Colts. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Matt Ryan. Should he retire? Let me know your thoughts about Sam Ellinger. All these things in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been ColtsTalk.